Good evening, vloggers, bloggers, and followers. Another great week here at Dustin's Dynasty. Um, just been a really good week. I apologize in advance. Last week I couldn't get the newsletter out on time. I was taking some time for self care, and that's what we're going to talk about today. But it is important. So I didn't get it sent out until Saturday morning, Saturday or Sunday morning. I don't quite remember, but you guys got it. And I know it wasn't much, but that's part of the thing with self care and COVID. So we're going to talk about that today. Um, so I've realized, and many of my posts this week are on self care, online meetings, COVID, all those sort of things that are, becoming cognizant as the progression of COVID-19, coronavirus, whatever we want to call it, moves on. We are developing a virtual presence more and more, and I do appreciate it, and I do have I have a very great respect for it. I find it's going to be a great advancement for the future of mental health, psychological, psychiatry health. It's going to be a great thing. But and one end, we have these trainings. We're not seeing people in person. We're not, having that, that talk, that good talk. Some people are having spotty connections, what have you. And, it's very difficult at times, and you get tired of it, and you just want to fall asleep, and you get a little drowsy. It's kind of like hard to sit and listen. Your attention span just sinks. And then for a person with autism or a autism ADD mix, such as myself, it can be not a good thing because you have a hard time focusing. For example, my clubhouse meetings are less than 20 minutes to a half hour, so I can focus through those. Sometimes it's hard to now for a training for my job where I have to sit in front of the screen for an hour or even more sometimes, and maybe have some dialogue, but most of the time I don't have dialogue. I just sit and listen. It can be distracting. You can have, the phones ringing at work. You can have people in other offices, what have you, and it can be a struggle sometimes to focus and work on what listen to what you need to listen to, and I find that hard. But regardless, I was just fatigued, and I've had so much happen this year, and I just thought I need a couple days to myself. And self care is not a bad thing, regardless of COVID or not. Self care is just it's not a bad thing. I think taking some time for yourself to develop and learn. I worked on my other YouTube channel in the process. We went to 9 quilt shops in the Laurel Highlands and the Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Beautiful fall foliage this time of year. The fall foliage was great. We got to see some beautiful fall foliage, but I also got to cross some roads to film off my bucket list. I know I've said it in other people's posts that like to go out for drives. I like to watch. I like to film them for YouTube and mix them up with some music, and I think that's therapeutic for me. And I like to listen to them once in a while. So I have over 100, and I got about 20 or 30 more done as a result of going out for a couple of days. Now we didn't stay overnight, and we didn't really linger around places, but we took 2 full days out on the road, and we took a half a day and 1.5 days out on the road, and it was really it was really a good experience. I liked going out and seeing the roads because I haven't really seen it in a year, and I miss and new a new chapter here starting and getting to see just trying to relax. I think that was the key, getting the camera and going out on the road and relaxing and seeing something different that you don't see here in my little town of 2,000 people. I just think it was a very much needed break. Um, it was just it was well needed, and I was really glad to have it. Especially Friday, the second day we went. It did rain in the morning, so but we did take a break at. I know there's train lovers out there that may be listening. The world famous Horseshoe Curve near Altoona, PA. We took the back road off the main road for a little bit between shops and went there. And they have a funicular that takes you from the bottom to the top. Well, the funicular was closed, because of social distancing, and there was a reduced admission, and you had to climb 194 steps. But that was just rewarding, just making those 194 steps up and 194 steps back. It's getting me back into the rhythm of COVID, of getting better during COVID, and getting better overall. And I think that's that's key. I think just to be getting back into the groove and getting back into the rhythm of things. And I did enjoy it a lot. Getting back, getting out and doing that. We stopped at a state park on the lot on that day too. On the way home, our lot of stops before the grocery store was a state park that we loved was as a young people, as when we were younger. And I did enjoy taking a drive around it and seeing it and getting out and getting some pictures. It was really really nice. Really enjoyed that too. And it was really relieving to watch the lake reflection and watch the birds and there wasn't many people because it was a colder day, but it was really enjoyable. I pick up some literature or whatnot, but it was good. We had, I had family members over, which they don't go anywhere. My niece and she doesn't treasure me and enjoy me, but we spent some time with her over the weekend, and that was nice too. Just some of the basics that you take for granted. Just really getting to enjoy her. We sat last day of my break. I took a long walk down the bike trail. We've been doing the bike trail quite a bit. I'll get into that in my wellness update next vlog. But we did a total of 3 miles that day almost, and the views was awesome. So we're getting a little bit done by done. But yeah, but back to the COVID. It was a nice break, and I encourage anybody who is in a job or has a lifestyle, not just individuals with autism, um, but individuals who are having the Zoom fatigue, as they call it, or being bogged down with meeting upon meeting, call upon call, so forth and so forth, to take your time and actually take time for yourself, because it helped me a lot. It helped me regroup myself. Really helped me, see what was I needed to work on, and it seemed that I just needed that breather away from the world that I've been in for so long and constantly get on the go and dealing with crap from the last chapter to this chapter, and it just felt so good. So I encourage anybody, self care is a pivotal toolbox, a pivotal tool in your mental health or neurological recovery toolbox. I encourage anybody to use it. Look it up online. It's a key thing, and I'm going to try to take them more often and realize that I need to do that. So with that, I just want to thank everybody for listening about my self care journey and how important it is and why it's important, especially during now. So like, follow, subscribe, Dustin's Dynasty on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you. Have a good night.